Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening to yet another episode of the podcast. I think this is episode 5. A little background information. So, I recorded episode 1, first episode with Umi and Ivory. Go check it out if you haven't heard it yet. I recorded that, I think it would be now about 2-3 weeks ago. Then I recorded a second episode with Amir and Maxim, which you guys haven't seen yet because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background, but don't worry about it. I'll check up with those guys and see if I can still get the episode to you guys. But in the meantime, I provided you guys with 2 episodes with Sushi and Brian. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I just want to say thank you guys for listening to the podcast, because when I started this, I wouldn't expect for even over 20-30 people to listen to it, and the amount of positive responses I'm getting is crazy. People are telling me that I need to keep going and stuff, but that's not important right now. Just want to say thank you guys for listening. Episode 5 today, and then we'll see how much more episodes I'll get to you guys. Maybe season 2 coming soon, maybe new stuff, other stuff, we'll see. But for now, episode 5 with a good friend of mine. Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name's Shahriar. I'm from Bangladesh, and yeah, I'm studying here with you at Odyssey. And
Yes, sir.
I actually came into the course kind of late. I don't know how many months I missed. Uh, literally, my first day, I sat a midterm because I didn't know that was coming up because I came late.
Honestly, the day you came into the lecture, I remember sending a snap to Brian and being like, this guy literally just joined today and we have a midterm today. If you ask Brian at this sentence, I would never expect that we would be sitting here 2 weeks, because it's been what, like 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think so.
Literally 2 weeks. 2 weeks later today, we're recording a podcast together. But yeah, I do remember you literally coming in and being like, "Hi everyone, it's my first day. What did I miss?" And we're like, we're about
We
to
have a
have a
midterm
midterm.
today.
It's like a good 30% of her grade, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
No, but look, I at least scored some points.
True.
When I listened to the lecture from Professor Gardner, she said some people didn't take it at all, and I'm like, "Yo, what's everyone else doing?" you know?
I think they already dropped out.
Mm, really? Wow.
Might have to follow soon. But on another note, on
Yeah,
another
yeah,
note.
of course.
No, it's how has it been? How is university been treating you?
Well, university, I honestly, having come a bit late, I feel a bit behind, but that's not really a new feeling, because my family always moves anyway. Um,
Mhm.
my father is an ambassador of Bangladesh, so we're always moving from country to country every 3 to 4 years. Um, and because of how his mission is planned, I always have somehow managed to end up getting into school a bit later than everyone else. So I don't think I've actually ever in my entire life, except for kindergarten, been at a school since day one.
I mean, you have always been that new guy.
Yeah, yeah, indeed. No, absolutely.
So I was thinking about that. Let's say the vaccine, the vaccine, they're like, oh yeah, vaccine, it works.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna start giving it to people, and the world slowly returns to normal. Would
Uh-huh.
you still move? Like, would
What do you, why does the vaccine affect my moving?
Well, you said that the last time I asked you, you said that you have been living in Belgium for 4 years, and normally after
Correct.
4 years you move, right? But you
Yeah.
said that due to COVID, your dad was just gonna do another 4 year over here.
No,
Um,
no, 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 no. Then I may have miscommunicated. Um, no, yes, he did stay a bit longer than necessary here because of COVID, but his new mission is in Morocco now, so he's going to serve another. It's a shorter mission this time. It's 2 to 3 years that he's going to serve in Morocco.
all right. And in the meanwhile, you're staying here. In the
Yeah,
meantime,
yeah. I wanted to have stable friends for once. So yeah, I thought it would be a good choice to stay, especially because I'm familiar with Belgium.
All right. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to getting to meet all these people who actually don't know anything about Belgium or just, have been living for a couple years, couple months,
Hmm.
couple weeks even in Belgium. It's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. Meanwhile, me, I've been here way too long. Please, please
Hope it
let
don't.
me leave. Yes, sir. I have to represent the city of Groningen.
Uh-huh,
Yes,
uh-huh.
sir. No, honestly, I'm chilling over here. I am thinking about moving to Brussels in the near future,
All right.
but
Yeah.
we'll see about that.
Well, I mean, living alone. Yeah, you're planning to live alone, correct?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So living alone is liberating in its own way. It gives you the mental space to kind of figure out who you want to be, how you want to act, and stuff. And I don't know. I just like the feeling of having control over that aspect in my life. And I think someone like you, having known you for as long as I have, which is not very long to be fair.
Is about 2 3 weeks. Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, I think you'd enjoy those aspects.
yeah, for sure. I've always felt like there's something I wanted to do in the near future. Just I'm pretty on myself. I would describe myself as a lonesome person. So, I mean, it's kind of my second nature. But we'll see. We'll see. The only thing I'm doubting is like, is it going to be Brussels? Since,
Okay, right.
I don't know, Brussels is like pretty new for me.
New
But yeah,
territory.
exactly, exactly. But I've been in Brussels a lot these last weeks, and I've honestly been enjoying it. I'm surprised of how much I'm enjoying. But it's mostly the people, you know.
Right, right. I
Uh,
understand.
Way different people that I'm getting to know. Um, but we'll see. There's something for the future. I mean, I'm broke, and that's something. That's something I wanted to talk about. But you need to explain me how do you save so much money? How do you do
I
it?
Okay. Look, I cook at home, and yeah, I don't understand how you can spend so much. I don't understand how Kem has spent so much money. Um, like, yeah, I just every week I go grocery shopping. I come back, I make something, and that'll have me. Well, that one meal will have me for like I don't know 1 or 2 days, and then I cook again. But that one grocery shopping trip is enough for the week, and I usually spend like what I don't know 20, 25, 30 euros. Like it really isn't that difficult to save if you know where to save it, I guess.
Hmm. You're like one of those people on extreme couponing, you know.
Not even, dude. Not even. I'm not like you with your McDonald's
Yeah,
coupon.
don't disrespect the coupons. Don't dis.
No, no.
Hashtag save your money. Saving 2020. Save your money. No, honestly, I love those shows. Extreme couponing. Hell yes, I love that. Those people literally walk into the store, buy like for over 200 euros, $200 worth
Just
of
coupon.
produce, and they're literally like, "You owe me 30 euros." And the cashier looks at them like, "Damn, I do
Yo,
owe you 30." It's crazy. I have never seen something like you literally walk in there, two carts full, and you walk out with money. That's crazy. So
no.
yes,
But no,
it's
no. I don't think I'm like that. I think it's more just look for the fresh vegetables, look for what's affordable, and make a meal out of it.
sure, sure. Well, yeah, I really want to learn how to cook. Well, I I'm able to survive for sure. Like I'm
Of
not one of
course.
those people. I definitely know how to cook up some stuff. I've
Uh-huh,
been in the
uh-huh,
kitchen before, but I
uh-huh.
really want to get good. For a while I was really thinking about getting into culinary school and
Oh
just
wow.
and becoming a chef
Okay.
in the French art of the kitchen.
All right, all right. I see you.
But I have parents and they don't approve.
I
You know.
mean, one of my roommates is actually studying to be a chef, I
Oh
think.
my God, it hurts to see people live out your dreams. It really hurts.
Ah,
but it's I heard it's like pretty intense. Like it's really, you know,
To be honest, I wouldn't know anything about it. It's not like I have really any besides cooking for myself at home. I have no interest in cooking professionally, so you can tell me about
uh,
it.
I think it's all started when I fell in love with cooking shows.
Okay.
Um, I love watching cooking shows. Well, honestly I love watching everything.
Uh-huh,
You'd be surprised at the type of stuff I watch, but especially cooking shows. I love watching cooking shows, and now I really want to get good at cooking.
All right, all right. I mean, it's funny you say that. I have to ask, do you like watching MRE reviews?
MRE.
Yeah,
I'm not.
meal ready to eat reviews. I mean, it's
No.
essentially military food. Um, you
Oh
know,
my God, I've seen those videos.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I don't know why, but I really enjoy watching those while I eat. It really appetizes me for some reason.
While you eat real food, you mean?
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
So can you explain to the people what it essentially is a meal ready to eat?
Okay, a meal ready to eat is essentially packaged food that's meant to last a few years, 15 to 20 years on a shelf. Uh, and it's meant for the military. So while you're on the field, you're able to have a decent meal that tastes, something like what you would have at home.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, and it doesn't go bad on you, is the point. That it's still edible and that it provides you with the calories that you need to carry out your duties.
Yes. Well, it's been a while since I've watched one of those videos, but it really looks disgusting. And just the idea of it being in
Really?
it's been like in a can for like over 10 years, or like sometimes it's even in a bag. Like,
No, I honestly, I really want to try an MRE.
well, yeah, I'll probably try it as long as it's like FDA approved, like it's edible. I'll
No.
probably try it once, but I don't think it would be appetizing. First of all, I would think it would be pretty bland and stuff. I've watched one video of this guy. I love watching his videos. First of all, he's an amazing personality, and he does these videos where he tries out weird food combinations that people send in. You know how some
Okay.
people like combine two types of food that you'd be like, oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
but then you try it together and it's amazing.
All right, yeah.
And basically people send in like their weird food combinations and he tries them out, but the stuff that's on there, oh my God, it's crazy. And I'm starting to think that some people are just standing in ridiculous stuff just because they want to torture him.
Oh, poor
And he
guy.
has like, I think like over 20 videos with him just recording and just trying out the weirdest combination. This one combination, it was literally like mayonnaise and peanut butter.
I think I may have watched that video. I think I might know what you're talking about.
Yes, for the people who want to check it out, just type in Alonso Larone, weird food combinations. You'll find the videos. The videos are amazing, honestly, amazing guy. And he was also the guy who showed me him trying out one of those
MREs.
MREs. Exactly. He has done all types of videos where he tries out weird cereals, weird soda flavors, and you'd be surprised. I think it's the Japanese.
What?
Honestly, it's the Japanese. I don't know what they were trying to do, but they have the weirdest combinations. I mean, they have like milk soda and stuff like that.
You what?
Yeah, like YouTube is a dangerous place. When you go too far, it's too late. You can find some weird stuff. But I do. You know how some people are like, oh yes, swap. They're like they do like food swaps. And like, you try stuff from my country, and I'll try stuff from your country. And somebody brought out the milk soda. I was like, what is this? So yeah, um, definitely some weird stuff on food. Do you have any weird food combinations?
Me? No, I think I'm a pretty vanilla guy when it comes to food. I mean, yeah, honestly, no.
I mean, I have one, but I probably have a couple. But yeah, one thing that probably is a little weird is that I do enjoy cheese on my pancakes. Um,
Okay. I can see. Okay, just the pancake.
Yeah, pancake
Okay,
and cheese.
then I can see why. Then I can see why. I mean, that would pass.
Yeah, at first I was like, probably people would probably think that was weird, but apparently there are places where they sell pancakes with bacon and like all types of
Of course, they.
fruits and stuff. But I think it's like a different type of pancake, not the type of pancakes that I like to eat.
Okay, all right. And what pancakes do you eat then? I mean, the one
Well,
I'm
you know,
familiar with is just like the fluffy pan. What you see on movies and stuff.
oh yeah, those I've never eaten. I want to try those, like the fluffy ones.
Okay, so
Those
you
are,
eat a different kind of pancake.
yeah. Well, when we in Belgium talk about pancakes, it's more like a flat, sugary
Ah, I know
type of
what you're
pancake.
talking about. I
Yeah,
know what you're talking
yeah.
about. Yeah, yeah,
But the pancakes with the bacon are more like bland. They're not that sugary and um, how do you say it? It's more like bread, closer to bread than like a waffle. Like the pancakes I eat, I would compare to waffles.
yeah.
Uh,
Okay,
s and the one with the bacon are more like meat, well, bread. Like I don't know. I've never tried it, but that's what I've been told.
right,
Um,
right. And if I recall correctly, you eat slowly, and you like to you really like the sensation of food as well, the texture.
well, the way you say it, it sounds weird. Like
I
well,
mean,
like I'm torturing my food, but no, I eat slow. It's a thing. I don't know why it bothers people, but yes, I eat slow. When in elementary school, when we had to eat in the cafeteria, I was always the last to leave, and in high school, when we left whatever we just ate, I was
mhm.
always the last to leave. And I'm just a slow eater. I don't know why. I don't eat regularly, um, and when I do, I eat slow. Well, I do everything slow, honestly. I walk slow.
Okay,
I eat slow. I get ready slow.
you
I'm,
run fast though.
hey, I mean, don't underestimate me.
Uh, but no, I mean, I don't really have a problem with that. But it's not something I'm really familiar with. Well, I am like I told you that one time I had one friend who used to eat slow, but yeah,
Yeah,
other than that,
keep them close. People who eat slow, you can trust them. They're in
all
their
right,
own
all right,
world and own zone. They don't bother you. They just eat. Just let them eat. They'll
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
fine.
I see.
I just enjoy my meal. It's important to enjoy your meal.
So you how do you say it? You live to eat. You don't eat to live.
I had to think about that one. I'm kind of retarded. Don't excuse. I'm yeah. Well, I I don't even enjoy eating. I just
Really?
sometimes I try to make eating exciting, but I don't really enjoy. You know how people are like, "Oh my god, I can't." Like eating is really the best part of my. I'm not that type of person. I'm not like, "Oh my god, when I eat this, I just food gasm all over it." No, I'm not that type of person.
Right.
I guess that's why I eat slow. Maybe I try to make it more exciting. Um, to me, eating
Interesting.
is more something. I can't just eat. When I'm eating, I'm always on my phone or I'm listening to something or
Uh-huh,
I'm
same.
watching something. I can't just eat. Like eating alone is not enough for me. It's like
No.
sleeping. You do need to do it, but it's so to me it's supplementary. It's not necessary.
No, I really like sleeping.
So
That's necessary.
if you haven't got on yet, I'm on the brink of death. Um, I don't eat, I don't sleep, I just exist for now.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah, I mean,
how are you doing?
how am I doing? I mean, every day has its ups and downs, but
I like the way you really thought about that question because I'm one of those people who really thinks about that question. When somebody asks me, I need to think about it for 2 minutes. Like
no, I mean, I really dislike it when it's obviously not the person's fault. It's just how it came to be. But I really dislike it when people just ask how are you, but like you don't really mean to ask how am I.
yeah,
You just want like that's your form of greeting. So yeah,
exactly,
I just say I'm vibing, but like there really isn't much else you can say. But
exactly.
those words, how are you, really lose meaning when you just say it as a greeting like that. Like
Well,
you
that's
can't be like, "Yo, I feel so shit. My grades are shit. What am I doing with my life? You can't just unload that on a person the first time
Exactly.
you meet them.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the funny part when somebody actually answers the question with "Damn, I've been depressed lately. I don't want to do this no more." People are like, "Damn, I just wanted to know how your day." Like they're just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
"That's not what I meant, though." Yeah, yeah, true. No, it's really true because back in the when all my life basically, my parents always when I come back from school, they're like, oh, "How was school?" I would always answer good. I could
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
have had the worst day, literally good, and I
And you
would
just
go
take it.
upstairs, just continue, no follow up questions. That's it, every
Mm,
single
mm,
day. And
mm.
at a certain point, uh, my parents were like, "Yeah, we don't really know what you guys do at school because we ask you every single day, but you guys never answers anything useful."
So they
I was
actually
like,
meant it.
well, I don't know if they actually meant it, but that's what it came to be.
Okay.
And then I can't blame them for not knowing what's going on at school because
No.
they literally asked me. Well, you kind of make it what it is. If I
Yeah,
would
yeah.
have started telling my whole life story, they asked for it.
Of
But
course.
because I just answer good, they gives them the impression that I don't want them to know.
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
well,
No, I
yeah.
understand.
So next time if somebody asks you, "How are you doing?" just think about it and give them a genuine answer. And if you don't want to know, don't ask.
Yeah,
That's
exactly, exactly. No, I agree with you 100% there. But I mean, when someone asks me, I try to answer truthfully. It may not be the whole truth, but it'll be the acceptable truth.
I
The
like that.
socially acceptable truth.
I like them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about it the other day, and I don't like expectations. Not in the way of, oh, my parents expect me to have good grades, or
Hmm.
I don't like it when I meet someone and they off the rip expect something from me just because I'm this type of person or they are that type of person or we are in this situation, let's say, you know,
I
just
mean,
because we go to the same school or because we're friends doesn't mean I have to be this or that.
are you speaking from experience? You must be.
Well, yeah, everything I say is from experience. I feel like,
Uh,
experience make you who you are. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, don't expect me to be this or that if I never said I was like this or like that, or if you never
okay,
told
actually,
me to
I
be
feel
in.
you. I feel you there. Yeah, like for example, when I tell people that, yeah, my father's an ambassador, we're diplomats, we live in a big house and everything. All right, I mean, they immediately assume that like I'm rich, like I have money that can't fit in my pockets. That's not the case. Uh, we come from, first of all, a third world country, and I mean, of course, he gets paid well, but we're not the kind of rich that you think we are. And furthermore, uh, all of the things that we get, the nice car, the nice house, all the benefits from being a diplomat, that's all because of the government. And now that I'm an independent, I'm no longer dependent on my parents. I'm just another guy, like
Just another guy, just like me. You're broke.
exactly. I mean, well, I'm good at saving money, so I'm not
Oh
broke.
yeah, that's the difference between you and me.
Uh-huh.
I
But
spend money I don't have.
um, but yeah, I mean, so I kind of understand where you're coming from, where they extrapolate what just from one piece of information, they
Yeah,
extrapolate the rest of your life.
exactly. It's hard to live in a society with people. People are complicated beings. Just
In,
people, all types of people. Even
uh,
nice people sometimes are like hard to live with.
I mean, yes, I agree with you, but yeah, the biggest thing, um, what I believe is that life happens between the interaction between people. Because
Mm.
if you're just living alone every day, then that's kind of like you're not really living life. If you're
Mm.
interacting with people, then you're living life. Now, I'm only 19. That's my philosophy so far. It
Yeah,
might change when I'm older,
we'll
but
see in
that's
10
yeah,
years.
exactly. But yeah, I mean that's what I think, and yeah. So as such, if life happens between people, if it takes two people to make life, literally and figuratively, then communication is key. I mean, just in all aspects of life. And a lot of people just don't understand that for some reason.
Yes, sir. How do you feel about Chinese people?
Okay, I mean that's a loaded question, dude. Um, have I had Chinese friends before? Yes, when I was in Rome. Um, but was I really close to them? No. Did I really think any different of them? No. How do I think about Chinese people in general? I mean, I don't see having lived a very international life, I don't see why that Chinese guy is going to be any different from me, you know? He's just another dude. He's just trying to live his life. Um, but I guess are you trying to get at like the COVID situation?
No. Are
All right.
you?
No, but that's what comes
No.
to mind when you
Honestly,
ask.
the people who started discriminating towards Chinese people because of COVID are literally the dumbest people ever. It's just like the narrow mindedness. But
Uh-huh.
that's a whole nother story. The reason you're probably wondering why I asked that question. It's
Uh-huh.
because I'm not sure if I told you already, but I read this article where
Oh, right.
I read
Right.
this article where apparently Belgian universities are a little skeptical towards Chinese students because they're afraid they're spies.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Uh,
Amir could actually confirm this because last year VUB apparently got hacked by a Chinese IP address.
yeah.
So to me, that was the funniest thing I've ever read. I, I couldn't believe it. Like, imagine being Chinese and they're like, what you doing over here? Obviously, you're over there to study, but
Uh-huh.
they think you're an international spy.
I mean, honestly, like, how much money does it take just to convince, I don't know, 20-something-year-old guy in university, like, hey, if you just do this for us, then we'll pay you X amount. And he's like, hell yeah, you know? Like, I don't,
Damn,
that's completely within the realm of possibility.
I hadn't even thought about it. That is true because if let's say the African governments or a Australian government. I, I did not say Africa was a country. I'm just saying one of the
uh,
African
uh,
governments, one
uh,
of the African governments, or one of the South American governments, or one of the Asian governments ask
uh,
me to spy on
uh.
Belgium. I'm down. I don't have any morals or any
L- Life's not gonna
standards.
get any more interesting than that, dude.
I mean, and I'm pretty cheap as well. I mean, I'm broke,
Uh-huh.
everything counts.
Yeah, but do you have
Uh,
the skills? I mean, that's for them to judge, I guess.
this makes me think about there was this program, I think it was on Nickelodeon, where they had this whole program, and the whole premise of the program was basically like, oh no, it was even a book I read. I think it was a program and a book, and it
Uh-huh.
was the whole idea was that these kids would be spies because nobody would suspect kids.
Yeah.
And in the books I read, it was a whole series of books, a whole collection of books.
Uh-huh.
You once you turned 16, you were out. Like you had to be
Oh, wow.
young, and these kids were
Okay.
like so well trained. They were like they would be orphans, and they would get, um, recruited out of an orphanage, and
Uh-huh.
they would get training. They would get spy training. They had to learn like 6 languages, and by the time they were like 12, they would be like high professional spies, and they would go on undercover missions. Honestly,
Wow.
some of the best books I've ever read. Like you really have to be
I-
of a
Is
great
that
mind.
is that fact or fiction?
It was fiction. I hope so. Well,
Okay.
I don't hope so actually. That would be dope, you know.
Yeah, dude. No,
Um,
that reminds me of social engineering in general. Essentially what social engineering is that instead of like hacking or like being in another country and trying to get into a server from like basically, instead of hacking internationally, all you really have to do is walk up to the building, pretend like you know what you're doing, that you have to be there. Everyone just lets you through, and you just have to wear like a convincing costume, like
Exactly.
an engineer's costume or something, and you can just walk up to the server and take whatever you want. Like
Yeah, I saw this video on Instagram where people just walked into the movie theater with like
yeah,
a
yeah, indeed,
ladder because they
yep,
looked like construction people, and just because they had a ladder with them and walked
uh
through there with confidence, nobody
huh,
stopped them because they looked as if they had to be there for
and
some
they're
reason.
wearing high vis vests and
Yeah,
stuff.
if you are confident and you really, um, have the confidence and you just act as if whatever you're saying is normal, whatever you're doing is normal, you will get away with a lot of stuff. I read this story about a guy who literally went to somebody's house close to
Uh huh,
them
uh huh,
and walked out with their pants. Like they went into their room, they
uh
took a pair of pants, on their put it on their shoulders, and just walked out casually, just talking to them, and then be like, "Yo, I gotta head out. Just salutations, no worries," and walked out with their pants, like
Yo,
as if they didn't know those were their pants. Like, imagine.
I'm just gonna take these. Don't mind me.
Yeah, don't mind me. Just the normalest thing. I was like, damn, I need to try those because then I could actually save some money.
I know, right?
I mean, all the people listening, if you're my size, watch out. I'm stealing. don't, don't let me in there. I'm stealing.
Man.
I mean,
No,
is it still considered stealing if the person literally let you go? Like,
I mean, I mean that's what we're taking principles of law for, aren't we? Hey,
well,
technically,
yeah,
he didn't. He saw that you took his pants, and he didn't
exactly.
stop you.
He
So
agreed to the terms of the contract. So
exactly, exactly.
it has to be what it has to be. To come back to the spying thing,
Uh-huh.
one of my favorite movies, and I
Oh, I
know,
love movies, dude.
yeah, you probably don't know this movie, but
Okay.
I think I don't watch a lot of movies, and I don't take movies too seriously. I would
Uh-huh.
love watching kids movies, and my
Okay.
favorite movie is G-Force, and
What?
the whole premise of that movie
Okay.
is
Okay.
basically is basically what is it, like three hamsters that are spies?
I think it's 5 actually. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
it's like a bunch of hamsters
Uh-huh,
that
uh-huh,
are spies. You have seen
uh-huh.
it?
Yes, when I was like, I don't know, 9 or 8 or something, but yeah, I've seen it.
I love that movie. That movie was funny as hell. That
Yo.
movie and Toy Story, those are definitely my
Yeah,
favorites.
okay, Toy Story I
Like,
can get behind.
I think I'm gonna watch G-Force tonight. Like, that was actually like quality content. I need to watch that. I'm gonna ask Maxime if he can send me the download link. Well,
I mean,
let me
I
cut that out since I'm incriminating myself. Uh,
I
moving
can
on.
alright.
Moving on.
But no, I really like watching movies. I mean, among the things I like to do, which are like I like playing games, working out, and watching movies, and photography.
you
Um,
you guys are
yeah.
really destroying my confidence. Everyone works out except for me. Like,
But dude, I mean, it's I haven't worked out since quarantine started.
I
um,
haven't worked out since birth. Like, I came out of the womb overweight.
wow.
Yeah, I used to be a chunky boy. Uh,
Apparently, I used to be as well when I was a baby. I used to go thump thump thump.
apparently, they lying on my name, but well,
I don't know.
apparently.
I don't have evidence, but yeah, but yeah. Going back to the movies,
Yes, sir.
I've watched. Well, I've recorded watching at least 396 movies so far. I have a letterbox account,
You have
and
recorded 300 over 300 movies?
no, 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 no. I haven't recorded the movies. I've like after I watch a movie, I give it
Oh,
a rating and
I
I write a
see.
small review on
All right.
Letterbox.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
and
one of those. No, I'm
yeah,
joking.
but no, no. I really enjoy watching movies, and yeah. I mean, I guess the way some people would read books, I watch movies. Um,
Honestly, I
yeah.
appreciate you for writing reviews. Those people don't get enough appreciation.
I really enjoy like as soon as I finish the movie. I will write down anything I feel. It's not really like a structured review or anything. It's just this is how the movie made me feel. This is what I think about it. Full
Yeah,
stop. It's literally just so you know if anyone asks me, oh hey, what do you think of that movie? I can just go to my account, look it up
yeah,
real quick, and like, oh yeah, it made me think this. It made me feel that way, and
true, true.
yeah, yeah.
I think my problem with movies and in general stuff I watch is because I just tend to forget everything that happens. So let's say I watch like 2 seasons of a show.
Yeah.
I'll let's say season 3 comes out in like 6 months. Like in 6 months, I'm like already forgot most of what happened. Well, when I start watching it, I'll be like, oh yeah, true, yeah, that happened. But yeah, some series I just literally have to rewatch when new season comes out because even
No,
I'm not really a big rewatcher, but if it's
I
worth it,
understand.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
The, the same thing happened with me with Attack on Titan.
Yes,
Um, so I think the latest season's out completely, but
the fourth one.
I'm
The
not sure. I've lost
No,
track.
the
Uh,
fourth one still has to come out, yeah. But the third,
okay.
I'm
Uh,
watching right now, and yes, me too. I've watched 2 seasons thus far, and
all right.
I still
Uh,
need to get on the third one.
I think it's the third one for me as well. Then, yeah, there was so much detail in the first two seasons that I
Yes,
feel like it would be kind of unfair to watch the third season and not remember all those details. So
yeah.
I'm just waiting for long enough until I forget about it that I can rewatch the whole thing at once.
There's honestly, I have had that problem with this one series I love, absolutely love. It was the first ever series, I think, pretty sure it was the first one I watched on Netflix, and it was Prison Break. Now,
Oh, okay. I've
I
seen that.
love, love, love Prison Break, and I've always watched. I've been watching it. It's like 4 or 5 seasons, and the fifth season came out not too long ago, I think. And
All
I
right.
always watch up to like 3 seasons. It's like 20 episodes, but it's like 40
Uh-huh.
minute episodes, you know.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And I always watch like 3, 4 seasons, and then all of a sudden I just totally not even forget about it, but don't find the time or the motivation to continue going
But
because after a while the storyline
uh-huh.
gets really complicated and the
Uh-huh.
episodes get real technical and stuff like that. It's still
But
a amazing series, but it led to me restarting it because I absolutely loved it and I didn't want to miss any details.
right.
Uh, but now it's happened twice, and I don't know if I can start it for the third time. You know.
No, no, of course. But that's one of the reasons I love movies. I mean, they're
True.
essentially video essays, the video stories. It's much more compact, it's much more efficient, and it's just I mean, I'm talking about efficiency with art.
Yeah.
It's not about efficiency per se, but what would have been dragged out for 3 seasons in a
Yeah.
series is neatly packaged. All the fat is cut away in like 2 hours or less.
True. True. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I feel like one of the worst and best feelings, but mostly worst feelings, is just finishing something. You know.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like with a movie, you just finish it, and you're like, damn, that's it. And with a series, you have like 2, 3, 4 seasons, sometimes even 6, 7. When you finish it, it's still gonna feel like, damn, but you had so much fun. And it's mostly when you really love the idea, like you really have a strong idea, and like,
Uh-huh.
damn, it's lovely to see it evolve and like continue on, let's say.
All right. All right. Yeah. I
When,
see what you mean.
yeah,
Well, the latest movie that I watched that really left me feeling empty was Her. Um,
mm-hmm.
and yeah, I mean, you feel that way, but after a while, it's like you understand why you feel that way. You learned something from the experience,
Yeah,
and that's something I really enjoy. After watching movies, yeah, Her made me question what love was, what the definition of love really is, whether it can transcend humanity. Does it even apply
oh,
only to humanity, or like is love just a concept that can apply to anything and everything? But yeah, the my thinking after watching that movie got really meta, and but that's what I enjoy. That that emptiness allows you space to allows a new space for thoughts, and new space for thinking, in ways that you may not have thought before. Um,
That
and
is
yeah, yeah, that's something I really enjoy.
that is interesting, and there's some good questions you're asking there. I wouldn't know. It's one of the oldest questions of mankind.
Why
The
do you
last
watch
movie
it?
I watched, the last
Yeah.
one I watched was Interstellar.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's funny you mentioned that because I was literally thinking of making the connection between Interstellar and
yeah,
her.
because love also
Exactly.
has
Transcend.
some, it has
Yeah.
something to do with the storyline in the end and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, uh I love the movie. It was so complicated in the beginning, but in the end, there was like this moment. I don't want to spoil the movie for those who haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
You
Uh-huh.
should watch it for those who haven't seen it. But there was this moment right before like the big, the moment where all the pieces fall together and you just have the full puzzle. The moment where the jigsaw puzzle clicks,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and I just understood everything. I was like, oh, this and this and this and this, and then
Yeah.
so I kind of do like that about movies, but I do have to say Interstellar was 3 hours, and I feel like you
Yeah.
could have never produced such a thing in like a normal movie length. And that's why I feel like I like movies where in the beginning you get information and you are on this path, and then in the end, everything clicks.
Okay.
And that's
So
why I love series, because I feel like they build up to this one moment. In movies, they probably do too, but I feel like sometimes in movies it gets too. I feel in movies there isn't enough room for how do you say it? Disappointment. You know when your favorite character dies in a
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
series. I love
Yeah.
that. It's a surprise. It's something I love. I just
All
love
right.
when not everything goes right, because I don't like it when you can predict a movie, everything goes right in the end. I love the
Okay. Okay. All
disappointment.
right. Okay. Okay. I mean that's a really interesting, and I think some would even say controversial point of view.
Yeah,
But
probably.
yeah, I mean I like complicated plots myself.
Yes.
I mean, okay, I understand your need for disappointment, need for drama, that not everything can go right. But I guess what you like is space for that to expand and for the consequences to
Yeah.
really be detailed
Yes.
in a series. But yeah, I guess for me, I'm just more concerned with what it means than all the details about what happened.
Sure. For all the people listening, you don't need to listen to my opinion. Obviously, I am. I'm not that educated, so my standards aren't that high. Because
Uh-huh.
I watch everything. I also like those dumb reality shows, like this stuff. I love watching those type of stuff. So yes, don't take my opinion too seriously. But yeah, that's just what I like to. In other news, Shahriar,
Yeah.
What are you wearing?
I'm actually wearing a hoodie from my old school. Not even St. John's, but the one before that, Marymount International School.
you guys got hoodies?
Well, in Marymount International School, we had to wear uniforms,
Oh
so you
my
had
God,
to.
that's so dope. Well, I wouldn't want to wear uniforms, but I would like that one piece of gang,
I know
gang,
what you
that gang affiliation shirt,
mean.
that one thing that
Dude,
unites us.
dude, when we went on field trips and we would see other schools, we would
Yes,
like,
sir.
you
It
know
goes
who you're
down.
with.
It
Exactly.
goes down. You
Exactly.
hate your school, but when it's other schools, you represent.
Exactly, dude.
I have one
Exactly.
shirt I have two shirts from my school, but I low key illegally obtained them. But we're not talking about that.
No, no, no.
That's
I
another
didn't hear
story. I'll tell
anything.
you that off air. Yeah, that type of stuff does not need to be documented online. Um, But yeah,
Uh,
that would be dope if like our school also had the thing where you know that unity. You know, it's in the end
uh-huh.
of the day, it's like a part of your life. You know, you only go to one or two schools or four schools in some people's cases.
Uh-huh. I
But
think
yeah,
it's
it's
more.
like something that I'm really excited to see those people again. I'm wondering where everybody ended up. Uh, it's really
Who,
interesting.
who are you talking about?
The people which I went to secondary school with,
Oh,
basically.
right. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's where I got the shirts from
Okay,
that I
right,
was
right,
talking
right.
about. But yeah, do you feel like the clothing makes the man?
I do make an effort to dress. um like do I think the clothing makes the man? Well, what's the first thing you look at?
Mm,
I remember Sanda asking actually, what's the first thing you look at when you look at a person? Um I look at how they dress, I listen to how they speak, and I look at how they carry themselves.
mm-hmm.
Um so yeah, that takes up a third of what I judge them on, like what my snap judgment is on. So yeah, I mean, if you dress quite neatly, then I mean, of course, the context matters. If you're dressed neatly, where you don't really need to be, okay, you're pretty prim proper. You like I guess you may even like being noticed to stand out because people
Mm-hmm.
don't necessarily dress that way
Yeah.
outside of formal occasions. Let's say, if you're dressed pretty casual, I'm gonna take you for like a pretty casual personality. Uh, yeah, and it, it's I don't want for it to come across as being a casual personality is something that should be discriminated against. But
Of course not.
no, but yeah, I mean, I guess I wouldn't be too on edge. Not even on edge. I would be like just chill around you if you're wearing casual clothes.
Yeah.
When
You,
when I mean casual, I mean like sweatpants and a hoodie.
yeah. All right.
Um,
You feel like the way somebody dresses reflects their personality.
yes, yes, absolutely. That's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to get at. I just couldn't find the words.
And do you feel like when you dress up, do you feel more confident than usual?
So I in my head, I have what I call like safe clothes and like I'm gonna stand
Oh,
out today clothes.
I see.
So yeah, on days that I'm not feeling too hot or I'm kind of sad, I'll like wear the safe clothes, Like I feel pretty confident in them. I know they don't stand out too much,
Yeah.
but at the same time I don't look like so bad either.
Yeah.
Like a simple sweater, a nice jacket, nice pants, nice shoes. Nothing
All right.
flashy, nothing out of the ordinary.
All right. I'm gonna be watching for those standout clothes because then I know you're on fire. You know, that's
No, no, but for real. I mean, on days that I wear like a nice collared shirt, my overcoat, my boots, then I'm like, I'm feeling myself today. I'm gonna dress up. I'm
I
gonna
see.
let
I
let
see.
people know that I'm feeling good.
Well, that's
Um,
interesting you say because for me it's the other way around, where
oh
as I could
really?
be feeling down, but then I put on my, sometimes it's just it costs so much effort to produce a
Yeah,
smile
yeah.
these days, it's,
Uh-huh.
but then I put on my clothes and I feel like LeBron James. I'm like, I feel great, So yeah, I feel. Can you believe that I actually dress up for the podcast?
Really?
Yes, I
Wow.
just took a shower and put on my nice clothes because when I put on these clothes, I feel more
Uh-huh. But
entertaining, more
honestly, it's a mentality, isn't it? What you wear. I
true.
mean, I mean, for me, it's like what I wear is, I guess, an amplification of how I feel. Not
Yeah,
necessarily, it doesn't necessarily change how I feel. But for you, it seems to be the opposite. It seems to be a factor in how you feel.
yes. Well, I like the way you worded it because it's true. If I will stay home all day and I don't dress up, I will feel sluggish and I won't come out of bed and you
Yeah.
know. But sometimes that's what I'm trying to do. So sometimes I'm just like, oh, I want to take it easy today, so I'll keep wearing my pajamas all day.
Uh-huh.
I don't wear pants just because I want to be casual.
Nah, I feel you. But
So
yeah, clothes don't necessarily make the man. They represent the man.
Or in my case, they do make the men.
Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I like to go shopping. I've already said it on the podcast. I like to go shopping. Maybe that's why.
That's where all
Would
the
I?
money goes.
Sadly enough.
Nah, if I do shopping, then it's mostly like technology and stuff like that. Like,
True.
yeah, I might
You,
buy a
you.
new. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I have safe clothes. Well, yeah, safe. Obviously, I have clothes that are less outlandish than the other ones. But did you build your own PC?
Yes, I did. So I mean, I won't bore you with the specs. um,
I
but
wouldn't understand anyway.
exactly. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty beefy for what it is. I planned when I bought it, when I bought the parts, I planned to play Squad and Cyberpunk 2077 on it. Um, and yeah, I built it myself. I ordered the parts, and yeah, I think it literally took like not even a day to just put the parts together. Like
Wow.
it really isn't that complicated. You just kind of put the parts together where they're supposed to be.
Do
You
you
put it
have
in a box. Yeah. Do I
do
have?
you have some type of how do you say tech background, or do you just watch tutorials on YouTube?
I literally just watch tutorials on YouTube. I
Okay,
mean,
okay.
yeah, even with cooking,
Hmm,
I don't think I'm a very good cook when it comes to like just the ingredients and me, but I'm very good at following instructions.
true.
So give me a set of instructions and I should be able to complete it pretty nicely.
You see, you sound like a handyman, Shahriar. Just
Uh,
just saying.
all right.
I think
I'll
the
take
ladies will appreciate that.
it.
You know,
Well, it's kind of difficult to find ladies with COVID.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
I suppose.
Slide in the DM. I'm joking. Again, don't take anything I'm saying seriously. Don't want to get incriminated on the internet. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
I've been single for you. You have a girlfriend, so you can't complain. But I've been single for some time, and
you know,
yeah, I miss cuddling the most, to be honest.
that just got deep real quick.
But I mean, that's the kind of talking I like, though. I mean,
Yeah, I feel you.
I,
I
I,
mean,
I like I like talking to friends, but the kind of talk I like is the have a beer, you're up until 3 in the morning, and you're just talking about everything.
those late night FaceTime calls. I get you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you drink too much, bro. I'm just gonna say. Uh,
No, okay. Recently, I admit I have been drinking too much, but
I mean, if you
normally I would just drink once a month. I don't know.
So what is happening to you that you feel like talk to me? What makes you feel like this?
I don't
Alcohol is
know.
not the answer.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just stressed from university and like just
Turn
trying to make friends
just
and stuff.
just talk to people, turn to Jesus. The alcohol is not the way. Like please do
My
better.
God. I'll try. I'll try again. I'll try.
That's for everyone listening. Alcohol is yeah, the beginning of the pandemic was crazy. People were locked in the house getting drunk at 3 a.m. p.m. Like what you doing?
Oh man,
You
no,
inside
but
the house.
I
Like
was never like that.
there's
But
no reason.
I actually have an interesting story to tell about alcohol. So after graduating, we had a senior dinner, where all the graduates, went to a restaurant, had dinner together, and I think some teachers and some students gave speeches. So they were serving wine there, and I think I had 3 or 4. Actually, I don't remember how many glasses I had. So that was the wine that was at the restaurant. Then I brought my speaker along, my JBL Extreme, and
Yes.
so they're like, "Hey, there's an after party. We need a speaker. You want to come with us?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" And so I go, but dude, the party was so boring. I mean, even with the music. So I just kept drinking and kept drinking and kept drinking. and there were other harder drugs available at the party, but I don't remember if I had taken them or not.
Did you just say drugs?
I did.
Oh Lord Jesus! For all the authorities listening right now, I am not affiliated with this man. I don't know anything about hardcore or softcore drugs.
My
I do
God.
not partake in those activities.
But
Please continue.
yeah, and normally when I drink, like with every drink, I'll have some water to make sure I don't get hungover the next day. But I genuinely don't remember drinking any water. I was just drinking and drinking and drinking.
Yeah.
So the last thing I remember was just laughing with some friends, and the next thing I know, I wake up in the hospital, dude.
No way! That
I'm not
escalated
joking.
way too quickly.
I'm not joking.
Whoa!
And dude, it
Damn!
was literally like waking up in a video game. Like, yo, okay, what's going on? I need to figure out why do I have this headache, dude.
Wow!
I had an IV like injected in me, and like I was like, shit.
Eh. You
Um,
have to be kidding me, bruh. I
I
literally brought a Capri Sun to my graduation. No cap. I was literally standing there with a Capri Sun. People were like, "Where did you get that from?" I literally forgot my mouth mask,
oh my
but
god,
brought a Capri Sun. Like, just
wow.
saying. Like, there's levels to this shit. Like,
But
how did you end up hospitalized after your graduate? Did you? So
I
you, bruh, you been
and
mixing stuff. I know you be mixing stuff.
I probably was, dude. I don't remember anything. I really don't.
Don't
And
you feel like that's scary? Like a
no,
whole.
that's the thing, right? I don't feel scared at all. I was like, oh yeah, that happened. I don't remember anything. Okay, chill. It was just like sleeping, you know? Like I don't
Maybe
care what happens when I sleep.
maybe you got roofied.
Maybe that could be a possibility, especially because of the aforementioned item.
We're not gonna repeat that, but you
Exactly,
know what we're talking about. You know, that
yeah.
actually that gives me a great idea. I might want to do an episode where I just bring everyone in that has tried drugs and we just talk, because I kind of feel like that does bring for funny stories, you know.
It
Um,
does. It does. I mean,
so
the only real drugs that I've done are alcohol and weed. And alcohol, it's fun. It relaxes you. It lowers your inhibitions. But for me, if I had to write an essay, I would do it on weed, 100%, because
oh
it makes me think, and it makes me think louder. That's the really the only way I can describe it. Um, like my thoughts to myself are it's as if I'm talking to myself in my own head, but it has volume. Of course I'm not
oh
like physically speaking to myself. It's all in my head. But yeah, I just think more clearly for some reason. And I really I don't smoke too often. I smoke about, maybe once or twice a year, just to keep that effect. And
yeah.
so I don't get too used to it. Um, but yeah, I mean, I really enjoy weed for that reason. Some people I know, they just have weed like casually.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't understand the point of having weed unless you're going to use its effects for like a conversation or a discussion or something like that, But that's just my opinion.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really like interested in the stories that people have, or like just why and how. So
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
maybe I'll do an episode where maybe I'll just have like 5 people tell like 10 minutes about their weed stories or whatever drugs they tried, or maybe I'll upload them separately. We'll see. If you guys want to hear it, let me know and I'll get it arranged. I'll see how many people I can find for that, and if not, I'll try some else. I'm joking. I'm joking. Chill. I'm joking.
Yo,
I don't
but
partake in that, but I don't judge.
but for real though, there's one drug I really want to try.
Crack
It's
cocaine.
um, I think that may have been the aforementioned item. But anyway, uh,
Oh no way.
it was available at the party. But
Okay, damn,
I,
graduation parties like that. I don't know which
uh,
school I went to, but we didn't do that as far as I know.
but yeah, So, what were we talking about exactly? We were
Crack
talking
cocaine.
about.
No,
Oh, right,
about
the drug I really wanted to try.
yes.
So it's classified as a what do you call it? A psychedelic.
Uh-huh.
I believe it's called ayahuasca. So
Oh.
essentially, on all accounts of people who have tried this, um, they've just come out of it a better person. Just full stop. That is the
Oh.
explanation. They all have different like experiences, different explanations for how it happens, but the majority of the cases describe a figure approaching them, telling them that this isn't the way that you should be going about your life. And apparently, you just sort of understand that, yeah, this really, I could be doing something better with my life. And
Mm,
yeah, of course, it sounds like a miracle drug, and it sounds like something that shouldn't exist.
yeah,
I agree with that, but that's exactly the reason I want to try it for myself.
it doesn't sound like a drug to me. It sounds like a medicine, you know.
Yeah, exactly. But
And I do medicine, you know.
exactly. No, who gets to decide what's medicine and what's drugs? Yeah.
I'm not gonna comment on that because if I do, my parents are gonna think I do crack cocaine, which is the last time I'm mentioning that substance on my podcast because this is getting out of hand. Yeah,
All
that
right.
does sound interesting. Imagine just smoking something and all of a sudden you see this figure coming to you. Like, do you know that way? And just
No, I'm not even joking, dude.
you never know. So that
Yeah,
does
yeah.
sound pretty insane. I feel like we should do a psychedelics slash substance slash drug episode. We'll see what happens. There's so many ideas that I want to do. So many.
Of
If I find the
course.
time to record it, I'll do it. And I think that is a perfect moment to wrap it up for today. It
All
was
right.
it was it was fun. It was fun having you.
Yeah,
Thank you
it
so
was fun.
much
Thank you for
for
having me.
coming. Yeah, no problem. It was. I'll definitely have you back.
All
So
right,
much.
nice.
Thank you so
Looking
much
forward to it.
for hanging out with me today, and thank everyone for listening to yet another episode of Three Clouds. Even though we were only two people today, still three clouds. You know, I'm still experimenting with like multiple guests, single guests. But thank you so much for coming out. Do you have one last thing you want to say to the people?
I hope they enjoyed it and that I was interesting enough for them to stick around.
Don't worry about it. It should be fine. So I'll also tag him just like all the other people down below. Check out everything he has going on. And
Yeah,
thank you guys
I have
so
an
much for it.
Instagram and well, a YouTube channel on which I upload like tidbits of funny videos, but that part I don't really take too seriously. So just the Instagram, I guess.
I'll make sure to link everything below. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope to see you guys for another episode. And that's it for today. Bye, y'all.